Hardy har, and welcome to an all new exciting episode of Adventures in Game Chasing Yar. Today we have another package sent to us from a friend. This time it's from Cedric over at Retour vers le Rétro, who sent me this cool little box full of Super Nintendo games. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, look at that, all these Super Nintendo games. I love Super Nintendo games, and this really scratches that itch. Let's take a closer look of what's in the box. What's in the box? Let's start up with Dragon's Lair for the Super Nintendo. I think I already own this one, but that's okay. Whatever I own in double, I'm probably going to use as trade bait. Now, that's a good way to get games for cheap. You have games you already own? Go and trade them to friends, to stores. Whatever the case may be, depending on which copy is the cleanest, trade the copy that's the least clean. Keep the cleanest copy for your collection, if that's the case. I think I have Dragon's Lair for the Super Nintendo. I think I got it for Christmas, actually. Moving on. Ooh. UTOPIA, the creator of a nation. I guess it's one of those SimCity kind of games, where you create a nation, I suppose. It's got a really fun little sticker here from Télévision JR, from Rouen-Noranda. Jeez whiz. It's from afar. But yes, UTOPIA. I don't know much about this one, but I'm assuming it's a creator SimCity type of thing. Another game I own, but my copy is in really bad shape. PILOTWINGS, one of the launch titles for the Super Nintendo. And well, this copy is a little cleaner, so I might keep this copy. I don't know yet, but PILOTWINGS is one of those excellent games to showcase the system's capabilities. A lot of Mode 7 stuff in the game, but as a game itself, it's kind of on the empty side. It's not bad, but there are a lot of more games out there, so, you know, I would suggest you try PILOTWINGS, but I don't think you need to run out and buy PILOTWINGS, if you know what I'm saying. Another SimCity type game, POPULOUS, which is a game that I've played when I was younger, and I haven't played since. But I always liked the name of it, POPULOUS. It sounds really like, epic kind of game. There's a little bit of a scuff here on top of the cartridge, but overall this is a really clean copy. I'm happy with it. Yes, POPULOUS. Get in my collection, you! Now for some sports stuff. NBA SHOWDOWN. It's an EA Sports game. I can't tell from which year it is. NBA SHOWDOWN from the EA Sports collection. I don't know much about this one. All I know is I didn't have it before, now I have it. Another sports game, this time skiing and snowboarding, which I assume is a magazine, presents Tommy Moe's Winter Extreme. It's probably one of the most 90s title I've ever heard. I am kind of a little disappointed with the lack of actual art on this box. It's just a logo and a black background, but I do love the little electric brain logo, which is like a little robot brain in a robot head. It's pretty cool. I'm assuming this is skiing and snowboarding, because it's from Skiing and Snowboarding magazine, so who knows, right? It's probably one of those. Yar. There's not just Super Nintendo games in there, there's a couple DS games, so let's go through them before we get back to Super Nintendo. Here we have a joke game. He told me he was going to add a little bit of a joke game in the lineup of games that I was going to get, and I'm assuming this is the joke game, because if it gets worse than this, I'll be a little disappointed. But My Baby First Steps for Nintendo DS. This is a... I guess it's kind of like Nintendogs or Nintendcats, but with babies? I have no idea. Anyways, the game is complete in box. It's got the a nice little cartridge, the booklet. It's got also I think it's the other language version of the booklet. No, it's got some stuff. Yes, I have a complete in box copy of My Baby First Step. I suppose I'm happy that I don't have to actually go out and look for this game anymore, but I'm just happy I didn't pay for this one. It was a little bit of a bonus added to the box. Teach your baby to walk, talk, and play. Yar. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, possibly one of the best games ever made that I already owned a couple copies of, but you can never have too many. Super Mario World. This is an excellent game. Again, he told me I might have some of the games in this thing, but it was a lot that I bought, and you know, when you buy a lot, sometimes you have doubles. Like I said earlier, they're good for trade bait and just having cleaner copies of what you already own. This is the version that it was the retail version, with the title being on 2 lines. If you have a 1-line title, that's because you have the launch version that came with the Super Nintendo control deck, and this is the version that came in a box that was a little harder to come by. Anyways, this is probably one of the best launch titles, if not the absolute best launch title of any console ever. If you don't have this game, or you haven't played this game, or you don't have Super Mario All-Stars plus Mario World, or whatever, like, you're missing out, because this game, this is the real deal, son. Yar. A bit of a beat-up one. There's always the occasional beat-up game, and it sucks because it's always that kind of game that's like uncommon. It's never like super cheap games that you don't care about. It's always games that are a little more on the uncommon side or the rare side that are really beat to shit. And it sucks because this one is one of the tough ones to find a good copy of, kind of like Peacekeepers. I always see Peacekeepers. Everyone's selling it around $50, $80, but the label's always kind of scuffed or ripped up or something. So this is the case with this one, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, which is based, of course, on the Power Ranger-esque cartoon that used to play on places like Fox Kids. It's an NX game, which is pretty cool. And this one, if I recall, is a beat-em-up, kind of like a Final Fight or a Golden Axe with the King Arthur characters from the TV show. So it's a pretty cool game. It's a little sucky that it's like the really like title important part of the label. It sucks. It sucks that this game's in a bleh condition. This is one of those games that definitely when I find a cleaner copy for cheap, I'm gonna trade up. I'm happy to have it, but of course I'm gonna trade up as soon as I can. But between not having it at all and having a scuffed copy or a ripped up copy, I'd much rather have it at all. So King Arthur and the Knights of Justice, a good one to look out for. Alright, let's get into the other stuff that I got in here. Wing Commander, which is a cool little sci-fi shmup. I think it's a shmup. Or is it kind of like a simulator game? I'm not quite sure. Obviously, it's probably less advanced than the FMV games that star Mark Hamill, obviously, because it's on the Super Nintendo, but I'm sure this is still pretty good. And not only do I have Wing Commander in this package, I also have the sequel, Wing Commander, The Secret Missions, which is pretty cool to also own. That way I don't have to look for the sequel. I have both games in one handy-dandy package, and that's pretty cool to add to my collection of Super Nintendo games. Very happy. A movie license game that I've always liked when I was a kid, even though it's kind of cheap and kind of like, it really gets you mad. And it's LJN. Alien 3. The decent copy in front, in the back though. I don't know what happened here. Maybe an alien tried to spit acid right on the label. Look at that. But I mean, the back, it's not the end of the world. You can always change that with like a double of a hockey game or something. Maybe I think that's what happened here, because the color of the back doesn't match the front, so probably whoever had this copy long ago, yeah, there's probably some switcheroo going on here. But anyways, Alien 3. It's very okay. Now we're getting into the real stuff. Here we go with Raiden Trad, which is of course a game in the Raiden series, which is a series of legendary shmups. And this one, it's a decent one. I think it's a decent one. Similarly, it's better than Super R-Type or even Gradius 3 if I recall. This is one of the tough ones to find, but yeah, I'm happy I have it. I love the name Raiden. It's like a super flash of lightning. Yeah! Todoroki Raiden. Very cool. Raiden Trad. Very happy with this one. It's got a sticker here from Telesino, from Place Rosemère, which is in Montreal. So that's pretty cool. La Belle. Sorry. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. Little sticker here for so that people can't open it and steal. Because was that a thing that they did back in the day when they rented games? Were people opening the boards, stealing the boards? That's why they put stickers on the side like here when they rented these? I don't know. Good question. Further investigation is warranted. Anyways, Raiden Trad, into the collection you go. Ah, yes. This is one of the ones that I said I wanted earlier, and now I'm happy I got a copy. It's Earthworm Jim for the Super Nintendo, and it's a really nice looking copy. It's really clean, as opposed to the Earthworm Jim 2 that I have that is ripped. This is really nice, really clean, very cool. I love this game. This game is very hard, it's very unfair, but it's overall very rewarding once you get into the groove. It's groovy. It's a really cool game. I cannot recommend this enough. It's Earthworm Jim. I'm really happy to have this in my collection. And the last game here is one of the 2 DS games that I got sent, which is probably one of the more expensive ones in this box, but I'm just happy to have it. Super Princess Peach, which is pretty crazy to have. It's a game where Mario is kidnapped and Princess Peach, has to save him, and she has powers such as crying and other emotions, because you know them women's, right? It's a Japanese game, so it's very, very of another culture, so, you know, watch what you say. But yes, there's the booklet, there's the cartridge, it's all nice and clean, everything's a-okay. I'm happy with this one. Very cool, very nice. Thank you very much. Now, that's it for the box from Retour vers le Rétro. That was a cool little care package sent to me from Cedric. I am definitely going to order some more games from him eventually down the lines. He's got some cool things here and there that, because he collects, he buys lots, and then he has like doubles and stuff to sell, and sometimes I skim off the top of what he's getting. So that's what you do also when you're game chasing. You need to have a game chasing buddy that likes to buy in bulk and whatever, like you can sort of mooch off them, you know, just little things like that. The little strategies to have. So expect to see more stuff from him in the future. So anyways, that was it for this wonderful episode of Adventures in Game Chasing. Once again, leave a like and subscribe. Please in the comments tell me which game did I get today that brings back a lot of memories for you. I want to know. I'm really excited about it, so please. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week for another exciting episode of Adventures in Game Chasing. Yarr.